Let me tell you something. If your kids ain't shit, stay with me. If your kids ain't shit, you should have to suffer through your kids not being shit by yourself. You understand? Don't be inviting society out to watch your kid fail at whatever it is you forcing them to do, all right? First of all, don't set your kids up to do shit you know they're not gonna be good at. First up, that little fat ballerina. You know who I'm talking about? You know who the I'm talking about. She this tall, she 138 pounds. She ain't no dancer. She ain't got a dancer's body. It ain't gonna work out for her. You understand? She is a linebacker. You understand? Let's get her future started today. You hear me? The problem is the playground is too soft. That's the problem. Playground is way too... When I came up, the playground was made of asphalt. Playground was made of concrete. It was glass on the playground. You would fall, bust your knee, bleed, get up and keep going and play again. Have you been to a playground today? Especially in these nice neighborhoods, the ground is a sponge. They have changed the fabric of the earth to protect these kids. And now they just skipping through life like great. Just, oh my God.
I am a writer. I'm currently writing and producing a television show on Netflix called Fuller House. And it's a great group of white people I work with. Let me tell you, I mean, I'm used to being one of the only black people around. That's not the problem. The problem is I'm finding a hard time to give a fuck about a lot of shit that they just be talking about. They be going on and on and on and on. And in the middle, they go, Dave, what do you think? I go, I think all this is some bullshit. That's what I think. Like, this is what I realize about black people and white people. We are so different, but alike. Like, we're both of us are ridiculous, but in two completely different ways. Like, this is what I mean. With the animals, white people and your animals, it's very important to you. You have relationships with these people, these animals, it's very important. Black people, we not like that. First of all, we come by our animals different than you do. We find our animals. You walking somewhere, you see a dog, like, all right, come on, let's go, new dog, that's it. You be walking somewhere else, he get hit by a bus. Fuck it, time to get a new dog. It's over. White people be into their animals. Into them. One of my friends, she just said I adopted a dog. And I said, okay, that's beautiful, I guess. I mean, okay. He was abused and she had a whole backstory, like a little piece of paper with notes and shit. She had a video of him walking. I went, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do here. Like, how long do I have to look at this video? And I said, okay, this is nice. And I said, well, where'd you get the dog? I mean, where's the dog? You know, he was a rescue, abused. Right? They said, okay, where'd you get the dog? She said, he's coming from China. What, bitch? They're there. So I don't know who they are. They're flying him from China. I guess it's people who fly dogs. So let me get this straight. So you're going to go to Los Angeles, drive to the airport, past thousands of dogs just outside. I just want to make sure I understand. Get on a plane, fly over a whole mountain of other dogs to find a motherfucker in China. Let me tell you something. If they call me right now and say your dog is down the street, you need to come get him. I'm not going to get him. That nigga don't know where he lives by now. I can't help him.
I was on the phone arguing with my friend today, and I tried to hang up on him, and I realized that these cell phones and these cordless phones have taken away the cachet of the hang up. Have you noticed that? Remember the good old days when you could hang up on somebody? Remember when you could slam the phone in somebody's face? Fuck you, pow! The slamming of the phone was the fuck you in the argument. Remember that? Matter of fact, you knew when you was gonna get hung up on too, because you could hear the air coming in the phone. And you would try to hang up on them before they hung up on you. Be like, this motherfucker trying to hang up on me. I'm not gonna be hung up on. You can't hang up on nobody with no cell phone now. Can't. Trying to hang up on somebody with a cell phone is like trying to slam a door in somebody's face, but it's got one of them regulators on it. You ever do that? You're like, get the fuck out the door. It's like, this shit is not giving me the effect I need. The only good thing about a cell phone is you can just hang up on somebody whenever you get tired of talking to them and just claim you dropped a call. You ever do that? I'd be like, boop, fuck it. And they call you back, oh, I lost you. You're like, no, fucker, I lost you. You ever ignore somebody's call and then the person's call you ignore, walk right up on your ass? You ever had that happen? One of my friends called me. I didn't feel like talking, so I was like, oh, hell no. I'm like, oh, shit, hey, where you come from? I was gonna call you. I just ain't got no reception here in the Sprint store. I started working out in the gym. I tore my Achilles heel playing basketball. Yeah, fucked up. First of all, I'm in my 40s, so it's over. You understand? Like, y'all 15, so it don't matter. You tear your Achilles heel, you can walk it off. You know what I mean? You just tie it together with some string and keep playing. Not me. First of all, let me tell you something. I was on crutches for 3 months. If you find yourself incapacitated, you make sure you get somebody around you that give a damn. You hear me? Because when I tell you my wife didn't give a fuck about me, I knew I had to call my mother to come help me on day 2. When I said, hey, babe, you think I can get some water? She went, oh! I said, bitch, I got 88 days to go. And now I start working out at the gym, which I never do. I never work out at the gym. I started doing that. Because I was going to work out at home with them little workout videos. See them little videos they got? You know, it's too much. Too much. The warm-up is 11 minutes. They're like, all right, we about to start. I'm like, no, you about to start. I'm about to shut it down. You understand? We're going to do 85 push-ups. No, we're not. There's no reason. I'm never going to do 85. I'm never going to do 10. None. 2 at the most. 1 down to see if my keys went under the car. 1 back up when it didn't. That's it. Little workout DVDs is too much. You've seen the name of them, Asylum, Insanity. First of all, relax. I don't need no prison body. You understand? I don't need to be in enough shape to fight off a shower rape. I don't need that. I need enough strength to make some oatmeal for my daughters in the morning. That's it. My workout video need to be called Do What You Feel. That's what I need. Fuck it. Feel like doing 3 push-ups? Do it. Shut it down. That was a good day. Nobody gonna be doing all that working out. I'm a petty individual. Shit that shouldn't bother me destroys my soul. Do you understand me? I live in LA. My cousin came to stay with me. He was moved from North Carolina to LA. He said, we need 3 days. I said, I got you. A day and a half in, I went, can't take it no more. I need you to get your shit and go. And it ain't for the reasons you put people out. It ain't like they was running up bills or they wasn't chipping in on food. That ain't the problem. This was the problem. The problem was the nigga was using too much ice. That was the problem. It was too much, you understand? I'm an ice man. I bought a brand new state-of-the-art refrigerator to make sure I get a fresh glass of ice every time I go to get something to drink. But I noticed that ever since him and his girl been walking around this house, the ice in here been real scarce. That's all I'm saying. You ever go to your refrigerator expecting you get that, yeah, 2 cubes? I'm like, where the is all the ice? Chris walked by with 2 fresh tumblers full of ice. And I'm like, nigga, you gotta go. I told my wife, I said, Julie, Chris and them gotta go. She said, what's wrong with you? I said, you're using too much ice. She said, are you crazy? She said, you gonna put your family out because of the ice? I said, it ain't just the ice usage. He disrespecting my ice functions as well. I'm a cubed ice man. He obviously is a crushed ice guy. But it seemed like to me, after you get your crushed ice, you put the function back on cubed ice, As if not off the only 2 cues you obviously think I deserve. Get your shit, you gotta go. Stuff that bother other people don't bother me. My grandmother died. Everybody was upset that I wasn't upset that grandma was dead. And everybody's like, she was your favorite. How could you not? You, what the God name? I said, grandma was 92. It's over. When my grandmother died, this is how I knew it was okay to let grandma go. Last time I saw grandma alive, she was pissed off she was still alive. I've never seen her. The nicest one, I say, hey grandma, what you doing? Nothing. I'm just sitting here, David. I said, why don't you turn on the TV? I've seen all the shows. I don't want to see no more shows, David. I gotta get the out of here. I said, you don't want no potato? I don't want nothing to eat. I don't want to see no shows. I gotta go. I said, God damn. She has had enough.